163.
163. All right, Tuesday. We said the beginning of today's Chumash in the Aliyah talks about God made the Jewish people ride in the highest place on earth. Israel is euphemistically called the highest point of earth. I don't know, is it the highest point of sea level? I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Is Israel
high? Jerusalem's a nice climb from Tel Aviv.
Okay. Everest, I would think. Right. Okay, anyway, whatever it is, the highest place spiritually, whatever. He nurtured them with honey from a rock and oil from a flintstone. What's this poetic way of saying God made the Jewish people ride on the highest place on earth? What's the happiest place on earth? Disneyland?
That's Yarkivehu, I believe. I think that's the word.
Anyways, he says, what's the highest place on earth? What this means is that God has rendered the collective Jewish people, as well as each individual Jew, above the limitations of physical reality.
Very good.
This implies that by nature, the Jewish people and each individual Jew has the power to influence and affect the world. The way we manifest this innate power is stated in the second half of this verse. He nurtured them with honey from a rock and oil from a flintstone. Honey and oil allude to the inner dimension of the Torah. It is by studying the inner dimension of the Torah and enhancing our relation with God through these teachings, we actualize our power to influence and affect the world from our vantage points far above it. So these two verses, God gives the ability to be above the world, influence the world. They say Jews control the world, right? Not the way they think we do.
God controls the world.
Actually, Qatar now.
Qatar? Qatar projects everything that they do onto the Jews, right? Anyways, so what we're saying here is that the Jews do, in a sense, control the world, but in influencing it spiritually for its development. How do they do that? With oil and honey. Oil and honey and oil represent the inner dimensions of the Torah. He said the honey is the sweetness, and oil is the essence of energy. So those are compared a lot of times in literature. Honey and oil represent Hasidic, or the spiritual, the Kabbalistic, the inner dimensions of Torah. When you have honey and oil part of your diet spiritually, then you can do the first part of the verse of ride above the highest point of earth. Furthermore, the Torah's inner teachings inspire us with the sense of responsibility to use our God-given powers to influence the world positively, ultimately transforming it into his true home. So it's saying the first part of the verse is possible the second part of the verse. You want to ride above the high places? Make sure to always learn the honey and oil of Torah.
Amen.
And just one thing, the mitzvah, 100th mitzvah is that we're commanded regarding the tumah of a yoledes, of the impurity by